In 1976, Breakout was an instant in when it was launched to the arcades, and it was ported to every console imaginable. Then Taylor improved it with Arkanoid 10 years later and introduces features that are common in most Breakout clones, such as power-ups, multiple hitblocks, and unique stages. And then in 1997, they tried to remake Super Breakout with a steampunk magical setting and gravity added to the mix, and we got this little underrated gem. Puchi Carat was released to the arcades in October 1997 by Taito, and it was ported to the PlayStation in 1998. Only in Japan and Europe. I'll be playing the PS1 version for this review, which was translated and published in Europe by Event Horizon, or just Event according to the box. Apparently this game's a story, like Arkanoid. There are 12 secret stones in the Kingdom of Gemstones, and we're stored in some sanctuary, and that it brought peace to the kingdom. Legends say that it can grant you a wish or something. What is this, Dragon Ball? But 5 centuries ago, someone stole the stones, and now the kingdom is all screwed up, and the government was replaced by sorcerers. Time has passed, and now the stones are in the hands of 12 random strangers, and one with a secret stone has to get all the other 11 to rearrange this place back to 1. Jeez, for a Breakout clone, this plot sounds like something out of a JRPG. Before I talk about the story mode, let me try playing on trial mode. There's 12 characters to choose from, and don't have anything special outside of story mode, so we'll talk about them later, but for now on, I'll choose Sapphire, because why not? So the game, basically, plays a lot like Super Breakout's progress mode. You have to destroy the blocks and clear the lines to survive, but more lines will be added from the top. One of the 2 twists here is that you can't die when you miss the ball. It only adds 3 more lines, so don't screw it up, or you lose by having a block across the line. Another twist is that it incorporates puzzle bubble physics, where there are no blocks stuck in the air on the board. They just fall when you hit a block hanging there. Or gems, but you get the idea. I really like this concept. It's like mixing chocolate ice cream with strawberry ice cream. Really delicious, as they say. Like in Arkanoid, there are blocks that you have to hit multiple times to destroy it completely. But there is also new blocks to destroy. Like these blocks destroy all the blocks of its color, and this purple glowing block which destroys all the blocks on the screen. There are 4 modes that you can play. Trial mode, where you have to clear all the lines of the stage. Time attack, where it's like trial mode, but you're battling against time. Rapid mode, which is just an endless mode. And finally we have story mode, where it's you versus a computer opponent. The matches are actually called episodes in this game, with dialogue before the start of the match that are full of broken English. This girl is something else! Must be a black belt in Kung Fu! Were martial arts training a thing in the 18th century? And this is where I bring up the characters again. See, in story mode, each character has a form of an attack, indicated by their stats. To do this, you have to hit a block that's holding a bunch of others to send the grey blocks to your opponent. Once the opponent's ball hits the platform, the grey blocks come from below. The blow depends on the amount of blocks it's holding. The blue ones are weak, but the red ones are the strongest, and they come first, one by one. Basically what I'm saying is that it's like Puzzle Bubble. I had some difficulty when playing the story mode. I have beaten most of the opponents in less than 30 seconds, but for some reason there are a few ones that I had a gripe with them. There was Haka, which I lost like 10 times to her. Like shit, lad. And then there's Fists. Spelled differently. I think I lost 5 times or probably less or more, but I suffer more from Aqua than Fist. The one that I suffered less, besides the ones that I've beaten flawlessly, is Oppa, this old horny ass man that is bisexual apparently. I had like lost 1 or 2 times, so no biggie. I was expecting Paz to be the hardest since he's the final opponent, when playing as Sapphire at least, but I just beat him in 1 short try. Amazing. The story mode actually has 2 types of story. The arcade one, where you battle against opponents in the arcade order, and the original one, where an FMV shows up when you select it. It's basically like arcade, but you can select any opponent each episode. Each character has their own backstory that includes some questionable stuff. Like Sapphire's backstory, where she met Paz when she was 15 and learned magic there. She had enough of her parents that she transformed her dad into a furry and made her mom young and sexy, and have her furry ears and paws. Well, at least it's not a complete furry, that's for sure. They both vanished and lost their memory. or at least she thinks they were. Her younger sister Fist, or Shist as she is called in the PlayStation version, doesn't seem to have any concern about her parents' disappearance. Not even concerning her sister's corrupted magical life. But in the end, spoiler alert, when you beat the arcade mode as Fist, she wishes her parents are back to normal. Maybe she was just lying to her sister, I don't know. As for presentation, the graphics has this anime Victorian era aesthetic. The animation is not as smooth like in the arcade version, from what I've heard, but still, it looks gorgeous. The backgrounds look amazing to look at too. Music-wise, Yasuhisa Watanabe, the composer of the game, did a great job remixing the soundtrack for the PlayStation version. My favorite has to be the one from Rapid Mode. It's so comfy to listen, though for some reason it sounds like it's playing on a shitty radio. In the original soundtrack, it sounds clearer, so why did they add a filter in the PlayStation version is beyond me. Puchi Carat is a great game. While it had a shitty translation job for the European version, the backstory is cliché as heck, and the difficulty seems random even if I set it on normal, it's still a great experience. The music is great, the visuals are great, the concept is great, and overall this is a really underrated game that I recommend to get. Shit. August is coming right around the corner. I have to think about even for it. Retain games? Nah, I don't think I own enough of them. Even if I get the ROMs, Last Zero is pretty much like it. Driving games? Oh, that's what I mostly do. Hello? Sorry to bother you. I never seen a naked person in my house like that. Do you need some clothes? Are you okay with being naked? Quiet type, eh? Tell you what, do you want something to drink? Like soda or something? Right, I'll get you a can. There you go. Was I hallucinating? Something's missing. You stole my copy of SSX? I was expecting you to steal Magnavox Odyssey, but that would require a stupid backstory and an Odyssey. Hey, is that a note? You must play and explain 3 games from artists of electromechanical origins below the traditional bell games by the end of August in order to get your game back. Did she meant EA?